Don't Be Ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. It's a bit of a different video today. It's a fountain pen video. I know these aren't as popular as tarot videos, but you know, it is a passion of mine and I enjoy sharing it with you. And it has actually been quite a while since I purchased a fountain pen. I got to the point at the back end of last year where I thought, well, do you know what? I think I've got all the pens that I need. Said no one ever. No, that kind of reminded me of a meme about crystals. I've got all the crystals I need. Said no one ever. If you are like me, you know, crystals, tarot decks, pens, you can go through periods of time where you're like, yeah, I've got enough, and you're happy and you're working away with the tools that you've got, but then something catches your eye. But in terms of my pens, just before I show you what I bought, for my journal, I tend to use, and these ones are on these little displays that I have on my desk to hold the pens. These are my Benus, which I think these were to scratch the blingy itch. The first ones were the Euphorias. I absolutely love these. This one is the Bourbon, gorgeous. This is what I use in the main for writing in my journal. And then I've also got the Vodka on the Rocks, and this one is in a broad nib. So that's what I start the week off with, my card pulls and things like that for the week that I write in that. And then day-to-day stuff is in this one. This one, I've forgotten what this one is called, but I just had to get it because purple and gold is two of my favourite colour combinations. But this one is a little bit scratchy and I don't really enjoy writing with this one. The other side of it, although it does have a gold nib, is you can't post it. And it's quite small and I have big hands. So I love it for its design, but I wish it was in the Euphoria size, because the Euphorias are nice long pens anyway without being posted, and then they become really long, you know, when you're writing, and I quite like that. So that is my home office pens, the ones I tend to use in the main. And then I have my ones that come with me everywhere, and they go in my rucksack for work. And these are my kind of go-to pens, the ones that I use, like I say, the most. And in here, I've got a couple of Lamys. This was a limited edition, I think 2022 pen, which has orange ink. I think it's actually called Mango. Writes beautifully. In fact, let's see if I can give you a little bit of a demo here. So I think this was the, I mean, look at that, just gorgeous. Hopefully I've zoomed in and you can see this. But it writes like a dream. Really love this one. It is a little bit wet, but no, it doesn't, it dries very quickly. So there's that, and that came in a Lamy set, and I think that was a Christmas present to myself. And then I have the, oh my gosh, what is it called? Where you can see it. I forgot what it's called now. Demonstrator. And this is just my general black ink. It's Lamy black ink, but this is like for signing documents and anything at work that's you know, requires black ink, then I use that. I then have the TWSBIs, and I think this is probably the most recent one that I bought, actually, this TWSBI. Gorgeous. I love the petrol blue, and I put a beautiful blue ink in this one, and it has a shimmer. And it just, these pens just glide on the paper. Absolutely beautiful. And yeah, and like I say, you can see the, so that one, these are back filling pens as well. This is my ultimate pen. I adore this one. The TWSBI. This is the Iris. This is an Iris as well. I've forgotten the numbers. I should really look them up, but I mean, again, it just writes like an absolute dream. That one's in a purple ink, and then this one, which is an Iris, it's not the pump filling. This is in writer's blood, and again, beautiful. So I have my 3 TWSBI pens in there. I do have another TWSBI. It was a standard TWSBI in white. I don't like it. It's really scratchy. And then I have my Lamys. These are the Lamy Studios. I love these pens. Listen to the... I love the little clip in place. A lot of people complain about TWSBIs because of the grips. As you can see here, they are shaped. So when you're gripping it, I find them quite helpful actually. But lots of people don't like them. So this is the Studio. I think this was called Petrol Blue or something like that, but it's got this brushed, gorgeous brushed metal. Really, it's a nice weighty pen, and I do like weighty pens. And that's Lamy Studio. Again, Lamy pens are just beautiful. And then there is the chocolate brown, which I have brown ink in this one. That's a Lamy Studio as well. It has the topaz Lamy crystal range ink. Again, beautiful to write. Although, even though they're the same pen, this one just seems to glide a little bit better. Anyway, the reason why I've come on today, so these are, like I say, I've got room for one more. Isn't that strange? One more, and yet I've bought a pen. I've got a birthday coming up in less than 2 weeks, and I was going to buy a tarot deck, and then I thought, actually, there's a pen that's been on my wish list for the longest time. What I should mention as well, and I'm all over the place, a part of me thinks, do I need more pens? Because let's take out the, I've got lots of these little cartridges and things like that. That's the other attachment if I wanted a different nib for that special edition pen that I showed you. So yeah, so if I take out, that's a part of a syringe, you will see I've got, particularly Lamy, because I love Lamys, I've got special editions from 21, 22. I've got lots of All-Stars. That's another demonstrator pen. I've got purple ones. Every time there's like a Lamy special edition, I tend to get it. I love the All-Stars. I think they're gorgeous. This is the other TWSBI that I told you about that I bought, and I just don't like it. A couple of Pilots. This one, this is my most expensive pen. It is a Lamy, and it's the Lamy 2000, which has this tiny little nib. It feels nice. It's got this, you can't even see the join here. You have to twist and then it appears. But when it's closed, you can't see it at all. It's nice. It was £200. And it's lovely, but I actually found that I preferred writing with like a £70 studio pen, which in hindsight, I wish I'd known before spending that amount of money, but anyway, it's not going anywhere, and at some point in the future I will ink it up, I'm sure. But yeah, the studio ones I really enjoy using. And then on my pen wish list, because that's a thing, like tarot wish list, I've been looking at the Aion, the Lamy Aion, and kept thinking, well, you know, in terms of price range, it's pitched around the same price as the studios, so it's around £70. And like I said, I've got a birthday coming up, I'm going to buy a deck, and then I thought, actually, it might be nice. Oh, look, little sweetie. This is from Cult Pens. They always put these little extra bits in, and those paper clips you've seen. Yeah, they have little like smiley faces on them. I collect them because I just think they're cute. You do get the Cult Pens panorama. Tells you about different pens that are coming out, etc. Well, that looks nice. Kaweko isn't a pen that I've bought yet. But the Aion is a deck that, a deck. I'm so used to tarot talk. Aion is a pen that I've had my eye on. Aion is a pen that I've had my eye on. Oh dear, you can't write this stuff. It's a pen that, you know, I've had on my wish list for the longest time, and I haven't bought one because I thought, well, the studio kind of, you know, ticks that box for me. These are all the different designs you can get with Lamy. I mean, you could really go down a rabbit hole, couldn't you? Look at that for a Lamy 2000. That is beautiful. But I'm not spending another £200 on a pen. So this is where it sits, the Lamy Aion. But anyway, I saw on Goulet Pens that there was a 2023 edition of the Lamy Aion, and it was in deep dark blue. And Brian Goulet and, what's his, gosh, I think I'm gonna have to put like lots of quotes coming up on the screen here. Drew, really know how to sell. You can see why they run a pen business. They really know how to sell products. And they were showing the 2023 Lamy Aion, and I fell in love with it. I also bought some blue ink to go with it. I think it's called Azurite. Now, I really love the Lamy crystal inks. I'm pretty sure it's called, Azurite. It was $10.99, I think. Beautiful, beautiful blue. It's almost like a purpley blue. Gorgeous. And like I said, I love their crystal range. Now, the Lamy Aion in the deep dark blue was on offer because it's around £70 usually, and it was on for £50, $49.99. So I thought, well, I will get it, and we can have a look at it. Now, I've bought as well a converter because I think they always say, and whether it's just Goulet Pens that do that, they always say it comes with a converter, and they don't. I think they may put, a cartridge in. I tend not to use cartridges. If I'm going to buy plastic, I'll buy it once as a converter and then, you know, keep using it. Oh, it has got a little bit of weight. They were saying it was quite light, but so let me just grab the converter. Okay, so I bought a converter. Now for this kind of mid-range Lamy pen, Z26, okay. The difference is, and you will have seen when I just got a few out, some are red, which will feel like the All-Stars and stuff like that, but more higher end, then you need the Z26. So we'll take that out ready. I'm going to remove this beautiful spread cloth, because what I don't want to happen is to get ink on this. It would break my heart. So let's move that, and then we'll get a few bits of kitchen roll down so that we can have a bit of a play. And then let's have a look at the pen itself. Oh, this is beautiful. Just look at the colour of this. So it's a brushed metal, as you can see. From what I understand, yeah, the part where you hold is also a brushed metal, but the brushing here goes this way around, whereas it goes down here. But isn't that just beautiful? The nib is a different shape as well. So if I show you a Studio, this is also a gorgeous pen. The clip is different, it has a different design on the Studio. You will see the nib, let it focus. Okay, you'll see the nib shape there compared to the nib shape here. It's more kind of, this is quite long and it starts off at a point and it takes a while before it broadens out. This is kind of designed differently, different shape. So let's put that up. Listen to that. Oh, it's the little things. And it does it this end as well when you post it. It's a little gentler click. Beautiful. Yeah, so look at the colour. So deep dark blue. It's a 2023 edition of the Aion. It has, it is kind of springy, but it's not springy where you push down here. Well, it does a little bit actually. Yeah, I lie, it does. But it looks more like a traditional style pen with a cap compared to, this is kind of, this is kind of like a bullet, what they call a bullet shape here. This is more like more of a kind of a pen as you'd imagine it to be. Can it post? Yes, it posts. So you've got quite a nice, it's nice on the top. Nice grip. That almost feels like a rubber, like a rubbery feel, but it's not. It's just the brushed metal the same. But yeah, nice size in the hand. So let's ink it up. Now I could, if I wanted, just, you know, use this converter to, you know, draw up the ink and then push it into the pen. But then you'd have to wait for the capillary action to kick in and start feeding through to the nib, which takes a couple of minutes. Whereas if you, oh, beautiful, if you put it in place straight away, then you can draw the ink up through the nib all the way into the chamber here, and then you can start writing immediately. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, it's fun to play around with pens again. It's been a while, a long time, and yeah, this not many things nicer, maybe buying a new tarot deck, but not many things nicer than getting a new fountain pen and playing with it and taking it to work and using it, especially when it's beautiful like this with this gorgeous deep dark blue, it's called. All right, so I always end up with ink all over my fingers. It's a necessary evil, I'm afraid. Just to kind of grab the ink pot here, pop it in far down as you can go. Try and get a better angle. So you'll see we will start to go down, which pushes out the air that's in the chamber. And it will go as far as it will go, okay, to there. And then we start to draw back up, and you will see that it's took a fair bit of ink, but there's still this kind of air bubble here. So we'll go back down again, because now we're pushing against that air bubble, back into the ink pot, all the way down. And then sometimes you have to do it 2 or 3 times to, that seems to have done it. That's taken all the ink, okay? And we'll give that a wipe. You do get a lot of ink coming off here. Put the lid on because I've been here before, I've knocked that everywhere. Pop the base on, which makes sure that it's in place anyway. So it's nice and tight, and then just wipe around again so there's no ink left. Okay, let's pop that in place. Oh, that's a beautiful weighted pen. That is gorgeous. Let's grab the notepad. Because we've took the ink up through the nib, as I said, you can start writing immediately. So this is the deep dark blue. It's writing beautifully. This is a medium nib, by the way. I was going to go with a broad nib, but they didn't have it. They had extra fine, fine and medium. They didn't even have the italic nibs like 1.1. So medium is the one, that's my preferred. I just find it really a nice, you know, it's not too scratchy looking or anything like that. It's just, it's really, really nice. The difference, if we look at, this is a broad nib on my Bennu Euphoria Vodka on the Rocks. This is, you can see the difference with it being a broad nib. And it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. So I really like this. I love the design. It's very sort of more traditional kind of fountain pen design. I like that it's metal casing. I love the two-tone of brushed metals, one going this way, the other going that way. And like I said, for the grip, it has a nice, it's not slippy, it has like a rubbery feel. Love the shape and the nib. I think the nib is beautiful, but it's the writing experience. This is gorgeous. So there you have it. Lamy Aion Deep Dark Blue 2023 edition. And yeah. Or my signature. Okay, so thanks for watching. Birthday present to myself. Really pleased that I went with this design. Nice weight, lovely pen, and it's going to go into the family of pens that are in my pen wrap. I dropped one on the floor, which is the Studio. So that completes my travel pens. Thanks for watching, everybody. Yeah, I hope you don't mind me taking a break from doing tarot videos just to geek out on fountain pens. Until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.